doing that. So let me just make sure that I'm here and I can see myself. One moment. All right. Should be somewhere. Let's find out. I don't see it yet, but that's all right. I'm still learning this. There we are. Okay. That would work. Great. Okay, we're there. No, wait, that's the old one. Hang on. Hang on. I know, sorry. Anybody watching this, it's a little jangly at the beginning. I don't just start right off like I'm supposed to because I'm still learning this stuff. Eventually, I'll have it figured out and it'll be good. Okay, so I thought I would jump on here just to do a live chat. I often am in a live chat mode. Sorry, I recently showered, so I gotta fix that. That's better. I'm in a live chat mode usually on Facebook. I'm trying to mix it up a bit and add a lot more YouTuberiness to this for various social platform reasons. So hopefully you guys will be finding me and popping on, which is awesome. You did on the last one, which is good, but I have three reasons why I'm doing a live chat right now. Number one, I have a lot of work to do and I'm trying to come up with reasons why I have to do other things before my work. Hi, Vicky. So far, I've gone off with my brother on a little adventure, which I'll tell you about. I've watered all my plants, fed my fish, and taken a little nap. And now I'm going to do a live chat. Patricia, I know, right? Twice in one day. What is happening? So it's one of those days, I think. But I've just been in a show and tell kind of mood, and I wanted to tell you about my cool adventure today and share a little something. So I'm excited about that. Pat, I'm happy to see you too. So I like these little live chats over here, and I love that you guys pop on and we can have a little time together. So the first thing is I'll tell you a little bit about the adventure, and then I have something to eat at you because I know how much fun it is when you get to watch someone else eat something. I know. Everybody's been writing me saying, would you please eat more things for us? So I'm happy to oblige. Janine says hi from Missouri. Hi, Janine. And Vicky says, good to see you. I'm glad to see you too, Vicky. And I'm glad you're settling in at home. I hope you're feeling good. Just to report, you guys have asked me about my finger. It's doing so much better. Thank you for all the kind wishes. This is too much knife. I got a new knife because my old one was dull. Apparently, dull is better for Christi. Okay, so today I woke up. I did a little live chat, which Patricia was talking about to one of my other groups. And then I had told my brother, usually on Saturdays, we go off and do something a little fun. Go off on island somewhere. He's got some time off. I don't quite want to get in the swing of things yet. So it's a perfect time to go grab a breakfast or meander around or whatever. And hi, Zakaya. Good to see you too. Very good to see you. I have very specific needs when it comes to having food outside of the house because it's not enough for it to just be food. It has to be a whole creative experience. And obviously here on this Creative Universe channel, I'm talking about creativity all the time. And that extends to simple things like having an adventure, eating food, stuff like that, right? Your whole life can be creativity. Vicky says, glad it's healing, thank you. And yes, starting to settle at home. I'm really glad, Vicky. I'll be sending good thoughts to you that you're healing as well. So anyway, my food has to taste really good. Because otherwise, I'll just make it at home. I can make mediocre food, no problem. So it has to taste really good. It has to have some kind of interesting ambiance in the place. It's very important to me. The feng shui of a restaurant is like one of the first things I notice. And if it's not making me have a fun feel, then I keep searching for a different place, right? And ideally here on island, it's something new that I haven't done for a little while, which is tricky because it's a relatively small island. So I told Ricky this morning, I said, hi, Cynthia. I didn't say hi, Cynthia. That was just an additional comment at the moment, spur of the moment. But I told Ricky, why don't we make sure that we're only out for like an hour and a half, because I got a lot of work to do, and let's try to keep our budget really tight on this breakfast. So of course I do the exact opposite. Ricky just looks at me like, okay, Christi, we'll see how that works out. So we were talking about the different things we could do, and we had done this recently, and I didn't want to. Saturday mornings are tricky. It's an island and full of tourists, so people are doing things on Saturday morning. It's a very high breakfast morning. So I suddenly said, I want to go up country and get my favorite cinnamon snails. Now, you guys know about these. I've talked about them. There's this little place up in Makawao. that has been in business probably since the Bronze Age, thereabouts, and they make the best cinnamon snails, period. Like, I try a lot of cinnamon buns. I like the concept of cinnamon buns, but although I will eat many different kinds of buns, in my heart, these are the best ones, and everything compares to those. And the last time we went up there to get a few, they were on vacation. So I was like, but today I woke up and goes, that's what I want. So Ricky's like, okay, because that's like a good 45-minute winding drive. And I said, then we'll just grab something to eat up there because I'm hungry. So off we go, and we go up country, which is lovely. For those of you who know anything about Maui, there's just different sort of microclimates all over. I believe, if I remember correctly, that of all the 19 or 21 temperate zones in the world, Maui itself has like 19 of them. I think the only thing it doesn't have is like tundra and Arctic or something, but it's got all the rest because Mount Haleakala is up 10,000 feet. I mean, it's just like a whole thing. It's just the whole thing, right? Vicky says, do you think it's a bad thing to eat almost half of a medium large chocolate bar? Oh, no, I do not. This is called self-care. You deserve it. Chocolate is good for you. If Harry Potter has taught me nothing, it has taught me that chocolate is necessary. So please eat with a good conscience. You're doing the right thing, Vicky. Anyway, and don't take your medical advice from me because that's probably very bad for you. But yeah, have some chocolate. So anyway, what was I telling you about? So Ricky and I were like thinking, okay, let's go on. Ricky's very accommodating. I was thinking, let's go up country and do that thing. And Ricky was like, fine, whatever. We'll do Christy's thing. Self-care, right, Vicky? Absolutely. Eat the rest, says Pat. It's just going to stare at you. Just eat all of it. If you need to wait a half an hour between the first half and the second half to make yourself feel like a good person, we get that. It's all good. So we go driving up there, and it's a lovely drive. Up country is, it's foresty. It's a lot more rainy, so there's mistiness. There's different kinds of plants up. It's just a whole thing. It's beautiful. So we go up into town and we go to our cinnamon bun. I called ahead of time because it's one of those places, if you don't get up there by 10 o'clock, they're sold out. So it was already like 9:30, and I called him and said, hey, do you have any cinnamon buns left? He goes, oh yeah, we have, I think, about 2 dozen, so no problem. And I'm thinking, 2 dozen? Well, with any luck, there'll be a few when we get up there. But he's like, yeah, no problem. I'm like, not no problem. Is this your first day? So I'm eating sea salt chocolate, says Akaya. That is the thing you should be eating as well. It's very delicious. Just those little chunks of salt. Why does that taste good? It took me a while to decide how I felt about it. I feel good about it. So eat up, Sakaya. That's fabulous. And that does sound good, right? You can't just sprinkle chocolate on the candy bar, though. That does not work as well. Don't ask me how I know that. So we go on up there, and we go in, and immediately get to the counter, and I see that there are only 9 cinnamon snails left. And I'm like, I'm the person who called, and he's like, oh, kind of like, oh, good, because they're, more than a dozen, more than half is gone now, right? Since he talked to me 45 minutes ago. I said, I would like the rest of them. Would that be bad? And he goes, no, you can do that. So I think there was still 1 or 2 left if somebody else needed them. But so we took those because we bring them home and we put them in the freezer. And then theoretically, we spread them out by taking 1 here and 1 there. Theoretically. Sometimes that happens all within a week. You never know. But sometimes we spread it out if we're feeling like we can moderate ourselves, which is not always the case. But that's a very long story to bring you to this point. The other thing that they have, which is not as good as, that's a good hat, huh? Not as good as the cinnamon buns, but this is a guava-filled malasada. Now, many of you know that there's a lot of Portuguese influence in the Hawaiian Islands, and they brought with them very unique food flavors. And one of the things that they brought is the malasada, which many cultures have fried dough tossed around in sugariness and often with fruity fillings. That is kind of a spread across the human experience. It's a thing that many cultures just come up with and invent all on their own separately because it's a good thing. When you're making stuff and you have little bits of bread left, why not toss them around in some sugar? But they are famous for their guava malasadas, because that's not always a flavor you can get. And I thought I would eat that at you just so you could see. So it's just a big blob of dough with cinnamon sugar on top, and you can see there's a bunch of jelly weirdness in there. See the jelly weirdness? Mmm. So, if any of you have had donuts before, you know that wonderful combination between the breadiness and the crunchy sugariness and that little tangy, sweet, fruity business. And I love the guavas because it's not just your typical jam inside. Not that there's anything wrong with that. As Zakaya says, yummy goodness indeed. Totally. It is guava, which is a wonderful flavor. I recommend that if you are at a store that has a guava thing that's made out of actual guava, you should try some because guava is amazing. And I love it so much. So if I have anything in my teeth, just let me know, okay? And I'll do something about it. So that was the first step of our adventure. We went up and had delightful stuff. And again, now you might be going, what does this have to do with creativity? I try to make there be some connection always in creativity. At this point, though, it's a little tenuous. Other than a happy, contented mind is more prone to having extra place for creativity to come out. So keeping yourself in a happy, lovely spot is really good for creativity. So I'm going with that. So then we were hungry and there was a couple of places that we could go there. And I'm like, let's go up to Kula Lodge. Is that too far away, Ricky? And Ricky's like, let's give it a try. So it's another 15 minutes up the hill, up the hill, up the hill. Great drive. Great drive. And then it's this lodge that's been up there for a bajillion years. Not quite the Bronze Age, but maybe iron or something. After that, which one came first? Iron first, then bronze? I always forget. Anyway, it's not quite as old, but it's really spectacular. And they have like various rooms to rent up there, up in the hills. It's lovely. But they've got a wonderful restaurant, and the restaurant overlooks the valley, so you can see the ocean on both sides. Well, not today. Today was overcast. And we just thought, creativity for the soul. You got it, Zakaya. Absolutely. Yummy, sweet dreams, says Vicky. If it's nighttime or getting towards bedtime for you, I hope you will have sweet, sweet dreams. It's still daytime for me. I can still pretend like I'll get some work done today. Right? I will. I promise. I have all of this already ready to go. I'm making shadow ghoulies, so all of their little body balls are done. So I've gotten a far piece done. So it's all good. So then we went over and had just a lovely meal. We wanted to go at this. I wanted to go at this place because if you sit outside, you have this wonderful view. But it was misty and they weren't seating people outside, which is fine. It's still fantastic. We had a wonderful meal. I won't go into all of that right now, but it was great. It was fun. So then on the way up there, I saw this tree. And if you have been over to my Facebook profile page, you'll see the picture that I posted of the tree. And it's this little grove of eucalyptus. There's a lot of eucalyptus up high there, and they're all growing the way eucalyptus does. And all of a sudden, this one tree is just swirling in a vortex. The arms are everywhere. It was like, Ricky, we have to stop on the way back and go see that vortex tree. So we did our thing. We came back. We stopped, and it was really nice. So we pulled over. There was a pullover on the side of the road, and we climbed and took some pictures, and I climbed around so I could go touch the tree. And as I'm walking down away from the tree, look what was on the ground that I got. So this is the bark of the tree, but look on the inside of that bark. Now you tell me, that's a vortex tree, baby, right there. That has got some energy happening in there. Whatever that's meaning is crazy beautiful. So this was just lying on the ground as I was walking down, and it was saying, take me and bring me to your studio so I can be inspirational. So I'm going to use this as inspiration at some point. But how amazing is that? It looks like something. Maybe this tree was Van Gogh in another life. You never know, right? But I just thought that was just so beautiful. The tree itself, just the limbs were curling all around. There were some fires at the same time as those devastating fires in Lahaina. There was also fires up country in Kula, right in that area. This tree was one of the big eucalyptus up there that did get affected by the fire. Its trunk and stuff was burnt. And a lot of the branches were starting to come out with green leaves now. So it didn't get destroyed, of course, but it just got a bit scorched on the way. So I was glad to see it was still doing good. But every other tree in that whole grove is growing normal, like eucalyptus, nice and straight. All the ones beside it, just like regular eucalyptus. And this one It just found an energy pocket. I don't know. It's having a great day. But I wanted to show you that because I thought it was amazing and I thought you would too. And I'm going to leave you with that image one more time because maybe that will inspire your creativity today. See, there's even a face in there. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, happy creating, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Mwah! Goodbye.